I'm imposing martial law on this champagne.
Are you literally on cloud 9 right now?
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the friendship moments that warmed our hearts and made us laugh, but were sometimes overlooked by more prominent moments in the show. Because some of these moments happen at pivotal moments in the series, a spoiler alert is in effect.
We'll get a new car, and we'll fill that one up with new memories. And that'll be the car we had when we were first married.
Number 10. Lily helps Barney's romantic life. Lily and Barney have one of the most heartfelt, if not underrated friendships on the show, and some of their shared moments are our absolute favorites.
Barney, just say it.
I think I'm in love with Robin.
When Barney admits his feelings for Robin to Lily, she springs into action in a way that is so Lily-esque in order to try and get them together.
You called, went, and hung up. What do you want?
Help me.
Just ask her something.
She sets them up on an unknowing date, and we see Barney in one of his most genuine moments while he's out to dinner with Robin. While they wouldn't end up together this time, Lily helped lay the foundation that would eventually become their relationship. It shows just how much she cares about her friends, and especially her soft spot for the barnacle.
I'm so sorry, Barney. But you can't give up.
Number 9. Marshall's Fiero almost reaches 200,000. It's clear that Marshall Erickson is nothing if not sentimental, and the attachment that he has to his aging vehicle is the perfect example of that.
This Fiero's meant a lot to all of us. Friendships were made, adventures had, horrors faced.
Just before his Fiero reaches 200,000 miles, it breaks down, and the gang reflects on their fondest memories with the car. Ted tried and failed to teach Barney to drive it, Lily and Robin bonded over spilled Thai food, and Marshall and Ted almost froze to death during a road trip.
I never told anybody this, but I've known for a long time that I'm gonna marry that girl. If we survive this, someday I'm gonna marry her.
We get a peek into the foundation of the group's relationship, and watching them attempt to push the vehicle the last mile is just icing on the cake. Number 8. Taking the leap. The end of Season 4 represents a crossroads moment for the characters. While Barney and Robin navigate their feelings for each other and Ted tries to figure out his next career move, Marshall decides it's finally time to take the big leap.
No!
From roof to roof to the neighboring apartment's deck, that is. The rest of the group watches as he takes the leap, and they follow one by one, signifying the end of this chapter in their lives and this season of the show. It's a seriously underappreciated and special moment for the gang.
Because if any one of those things hadn't happened, I never would have ended up in what turned out to be the best job I ever had. But more importantly, I wouldn't have met your mother.
Number 7. Last cigarettes. Most people don't associate smoking cigarettes with sentimental moments, but when the group decides to have one last cigarette together, it's powerful. After Marshall falls back into smoking with a little help from Robin, the rest of the gang follows suit.
Look at you two. Smokers. Just like the rest of us.
It doesn't take long for them to all realize they need to quit, especially when Ted can no longer climb the stairs, and Lily's voice drops about 1,000 octaves.
You guys are watching?
We sure are, sweetheart, and you look fabulous.
On the roof of the apartment during sunrise, the friends spark up one last smoke. Ted tells us that this isn't truly any of their last cigarettes, but the gesture in this moment is what really matters, and it's a surprisingly moving scene.
Lily's last cigarette was the day she started trying to get pregnant. And Marshall's last cigarette was the day his son was born. And my last cigarette? 2 weeks into dating your mother.
Number 6. Marshall's bar password. We all have little quirks that might irritate those around us, and usually we're oblivious to them. In this particular group of 5, there are correctors, loud chewers, and unnecessary singers. When everyone points out the quirks they've noticed with each other, the group gets defensive and argues about it.
I literally want to rip your head off.
You mean figuratively?
No, I literally mean literally. Literally. Oh my God, Lily, what are you eating? Gravel?
But when they discover that one of Marshall's annoying songs was actually a mnemonic device to remember the password for the website hosting his bar exam results, everyone quickly changes their tune.
I'm a lawyer.
And just like that, we stopped fighting and celebrated Marshall's success.
Once Marshall finds out he's officially a lawyer, everyone forgets about their annoyances as quickly as they'd discovered them. If that's not proof that this group of friends is more like family, we don't know what is.
But if you love them enough, those bad habits are easy to forget.
Number 5. Ted sells his car to help Lily and Marshall. Ted makes it clear time and time again that his love for his friends knows no bounds. And one often forgotten friendship moment with Ted happens after Marshall gets fired.
Now we don't have to pay you a severance package. Security's gonna rough you up a bit on the way out.
After Barney teaches Marshall how to scream at his boss, Marshall finds himself standing on the street with his belongings in a cardboard box.
Uh-oh. I'm in trouble, Ted.
He meets up with Ted in his brand new car to discuss what happened, and when all is said and done, Ted sells his car and gives the money to the newly unemployed Marshall. Really, who needs a car in New York City anyway?
Ted, I don't think I can accept.
Marshall, don't make me scream at you.
Thanks a lot, buddy.
Number 4. Lily and Ted confess. Lily has always been great at giving members of their friend group pep talks, and this is one of her most impactful. After Barney and Robin get engaged, Ted struggles with Robin choosing Barney over him.
I am happy for them.
Is all you'll let yourself say out loud, because if you said anything to the contrary, well, that would make you the most awful person on this rooftop.
To get him to finally admit this out loud, Lily confesses that she's struggling with motherhood, but they both agree that sometimes it's easier to accept things than hang on to what could have been.
But do you remember when I wanted to be an artist? Art was my whole life, and now it's been months since I've even picked up a brush.
The discussion rings true to anyone that is navigating the best way to accept where they are in life. It's a talk that shows the maturity and growth of their friendship, and is arguably one of the most meaningful moments shared between the two.
I have to be a mom to a beautiful, wonderful, if slightly constipated little boy, and you have to let Robin and Barney get a band.
Number 3. Stinsons Hangover Fixer Elixir. On Barney and Robin's wedding day, Barney is ridiculously hungover, and his friends get together to try and rally him.
The building's on fire! Your shoes don't match your belt!
They remember that during some of their worst mornings, Barney helped them feel better with his Hangover Fixer Elixir, containing tantrum soda, Funyuns, and some other similarly questionable ingredients.
Anyway, the elixir was such a success, he was awarded the Brobel Prize.
When Barney is finally awake enough to talk, it's revealed that he made up the elixir to help the gang believe they were going to feel better at the low points in their lives because he loves them. Needless to say, this moment melts our hearts.
Even though it's fake, it worked. Like Dumbo's feather.
Dumbro's feather.
A placebo.
Placebo.
A sugar pill. He lied so we'd be okay.
Number 2. Ted gives the apartment to Lily and Marshall. The apartment is a staple of the series, with almost every member of the group having lived there at some point or another. Ted and Robin live there as roommates for years, but their dynamic gets messy after Ted admits he's in love with her and Robin doesn't reciprocate.
But I like to keep some things to myself.
In another precious friendship moment, Marshall helps his best friend find peace with this by telling Robin to move out, and she moves in with him and Lily. While there, Robin learns that Marshall and Lily miss the city, which helps Ted decide it's time to leave the apartment behind.
But I guess it's better to face it and move on than try to force something that just isn't meant to be, right?
Marshall and Lily enter to find the place completely vacant, prepped for them and baby Marvin. If Robin's old bedroom needed a new tenant, a better one could not have been chosen.
This apartment needs some new life. So please, make our old home your new home.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Lily's replacement. Before moving to Rome, Lily tries to find Robin a new companion.
Okay, well, what about her?
Ugh, comfortable shoes? What are you, filibustering later? It's after 5, put on some heels. I'll pass.
Saying goodbye to Ted. Before he moves to Chicago, his best friends bid him adieu in the perfect way.
I have an idea. One last high five. A high five to echo throughout eternity. Yes.
Barney lets Lily live with him. Lily infiltrates the fortress of Barnitude when she has nowhere else to go.
Oh my God, are you married? Is this your wife?
What? No. Yes!
Yes?
Yes.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Photo in the booth. The series finale is chock full of precious moments shared between our favorite 5 friends. Marshall, Lily, and Ted being there for the birth of Barney's daughter.
You are the love of my life.
Ted and Tracy finally getting married, and the group saying goodbye to the apartment all come to mind. But the moment that brings the series full circle, while also bringing a tear to our eye, is when the friend group reunites on the day of Ted and Tracy's wedding. Tracy snaps a photo of everyone in their infamous booth, and isn't that familiar?
1, 2, 3.
The intro comes full circle and reminds us just how special this friendship really is.
God, we finally got here.
Here.
Which underrated friendship moment on this beloved sitcom is your favorite? Let us know in the comments.
Stinsons' Hangover Fixer Elixir is a lie. That's the secret.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.